Just gotta spread these around. Get some links going. What's up, dudes? Man, I have been gone for 2 weeks. Well, 2 weekends in a row, and I have not been able to edit Scotch and a Beer, which makes me super sad. So I figured I would drink some Corona because that's appropriate. And I also have some Irish whiskey since yesterday was St. Paddy's Day that I will be slugging back as well. This one's called Writer's Tears, and it is fantastic. My dad gave it to me because he's not a whiskey fan, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so a lot has happened since last time I did one of these. I had just gotten back from Drift Week, and now the world is ending. So that's cool. Who knew that was going to happen? What's up, dudes? Let me share this in one other place here. Give me a momento. Figured I had to do something. The algorithm already hates me, and I haven't posted a video in 2 weeks, so that's not helping very much. Scotch and a Corona live post. Should probably put this on Instagram, but I don't know if I'm going to. Who actually knows? So, in light of it being St. Paddy's Day, I have a little bit of Writer's Tears left, so we're going to put that out. First and foremost, how are you guys doing? Is everybody quarantined right now? Are you guys stuck at home? Are you allowed to go to drift events? Because we're not anymore. Nothing over 10 people. That's a damn fine Irish whiskey. Technically not a Scotch, but close enough. Let's get this beer open as well. Like I said, drinking Coronas because it's appropriate. Got my carbon fiber bottle opener. I know. Me and Travis. Travis is the guy in the Orange FC that was actually in the Driftpocalypse videos. Him and I were just talking about it. Like, now would be a good time to film motorcycle versus car drift battle, whatever. And we're not going to, but that would be sick. Anyway, Corona going down the hatch. Tastes like disease. Yeah, I think that might be what we're going to do. I'm probably going to open our events for drivers only and have to turn spectators away if they come out. I don't know exactly what the legal ramifications of that are. I know there's some places, like in Australia, it's like a $250,000 fine and 12 months in jail if you break quarantine. That's just crazy. Luke was telling me about that. It's insane. I agree. If this is not lifted by No Coast, I will probably use all the rest of the ammunition that I have and just shoot people. That's what's going to happen. Having drift events. I agree. The grocery stores are wiped out. I got back, like I said, I was gone the weekend before this, and everything was fine. Went to the grocery stores. We got some stuff. Then I went this weekend or after I got back from El Paso, because I just went and did a demo in El Paso this weekend, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But everything is gone. No toilet paper, no water, no soap, no hand sanitizer, no milk. It's freaking gone. Trader Joe's is the emptiest I've ever seen it ever. And they're not giving out samples anymore, which really bums me out. What's up, New Zealand? I don't even know what time it is in New Zealand, but thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, man. That's almost down under. That's next to down under. Beach days. Yeah, Gideon style. Certain scotches and or alcoholic beverages that have a lot of oil in them, if you add water, like just a couple of drops of water, it'll actually make it more intense and more flavorful. So that's the reason why, the scientific reason as to why because it interacts with the oils and really opens a scotch up. If it's not an oily scotch, it's not going to do anything but water it down, and you wouldn't want to add more than a few drops anyway. Oh, man. Just because he was overseas, they canceled the events. Yeah, the 10-person limit's really gonna be a problem, because if somebody comes out there and then I get busted and I get a fine, I'm not going to be super happy about that. Divine. Hi, Divine. Hi, Divine. I don't know who Divine is, but hello. Oh, yeah, that's right. Mineral Wells is closed. I was talking to Aaron about that. That sucks really bad. What's up, Austin? Just drinking a Corona. Let's see if I can move this to this side so that I'm actually looking in this general direction. So other than being quarantined, oh yeah, what's up, dude? How you doing? How you doing? That's pretty good. Rip. Man, Drift Week was something else. Let's talk a little bit about that. If you guys have Drift Week questions, let me know, because that was freaking insane. And they're already talking about doing another one. And I'm like, I don't have any cars that can do it. And I don't think my soul could do it at this point. It wore me out, mind, body, and soul. Grassroots upshift tells no more with less than a month's warning. Yeah. That event that I just went to in El Paso was the last drift event that they're going, well, the last big conglomeration of people that they're going to allow for indefinitely until they say it's okay to, which is insane. Like, they barely got the okay to go, and one of the guys from the demo hit a lady, and we only got to do one lap. So that was a bummer. But it was sadly kind of small. Like, it wasn't anywhere near as big as last year, so you could definitely tell people were scared to come out. But, it is what it is. It's a scary thing. Somebody had a bag of M&Ms, and they were like, hey, there's 100 M&Ms here, and 3 of these are bad. That's 3%. 3 of these will kill you if you eat them. Here's a handful. You probably wouldn't eat the M&Ms, so I can't blame people for coming out. I think I would have to do another build. The Z was great, but the Z was boring as hell. I loved the Z, and I'm so sad that the motor blew, but I would build an S13 or an S14, something that would be a little bit more exciting than just a plain old 350Z. I was kind of glad I was forced to take the FD car, because at least it was cool, even though I trailered it everywhere. It was a much cooler car to be in. That's for sure. Yeah, I definitely agree there should be a break. It was rough. I know Luke's chomping at the bit to go back at it, and so is LZ, but they can afford it and I can't. Sure, that'd be great. OMC is a blast to drive. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about LS swapping the Z, but I also like that I got like 3,000 something laps out of that stock motor. So I'm probably going to put the stock motor back into it and beat it up for another 3,000 plus laps. If I do something for the next drift week, it will be using all my extra spare parts that I have for S chassis stuff. So I just need to find a shell somewhere and then figure out what kind of motor. I've never actually had a JZ, so I'll probably do a JZ motor because I've never had one. It's not that they are okay. 350Z is a difficult thing to talk about because let me take a sip of this writer's tears. This is delicious stuff. 350Zs aren't boring to drive. So the conundrum with a 350Z, it's cheaper than a 240SX. It's got more horsepower than a 240SX. It looks like a bag of dicks, and it sounds like a bag of dicks. And it's just not exciting to watch stock Zs unless you're watching a bunch of stock Zs drive together. If it's a stock Z versus anything else, usually anything else is going to win other than a stock 240. So it's not that they're boring, they're just boring to watch. They're fan-freaking-tastic to drive. So if you need seat time or if you're getting into drifting, I think a 350Z is going to be the best possible way you could do that for the least amount of dollars. So that's my thoughts on Zs. I didn't want to take it, but it was the only car that I could drive that could make it, and it couldn't even do that because I don't know why. It lost the timing chain guides and then skipped timing, and it was just a bad time. Yeah, exactly. Run it until it explodes. 3,000 laps is a lot of laps. Like Mineral Wells. Mineral Wells, I never got to go to a Mineral Wells event. Every single time I had other things that I needed to do, and it really, really bums me out. Oh my God. Yeah. So does everybody have toilet paper? Everybody? Nobody has toilet paper? I have one package left. So hopefully the stores restock soon. I think it's complete bullshit that all the toilet paper is gone. I blame TV and movies, all these zombie and apocalypse movies where nobody has freaking toilet paper. Favorite car on Drift Week. Favorite car on Drift Week. Man, I really liked Matt's Corvette, but it wasn't my favorite because it was such a cheater car. It was so good, it was a cheater car. I'm going to split this into different categories. Creativity wise, I'm going to have to say Trevor Jameson with the 2J Mustang because that thing was insane. Plus they swapped ahead like midway through the trip, and that's just outstanding workmanship. Not only did Trevor get the motor in the car and everything, but he got all the CAN bus stuff running. He had all of the gauges worked. He got the crank trigger to work by welding on the 2J crank trigger. He did all this crazy stuff. Even the stock boost gauge worked. Like, it was like driving the Mustang like it should have come with that inline six instead of the four banger that it came with. So I think that was my most creative favorite car. My favorite car on the trip would have to be LZ's. He literally didn't touch anything other than trying to pound his door back out when he got hit in Tucson. That car was dialed. It's making like 390 or 400 horsepower, and it was just dialed. Didn't change the oil, didn't change fluids, didn't change anything but tires. And for that reason of him not having to do. He didn't bring a mechanic. He didn't have to work on the car. He just brought a media guy with him. And that's kind of how it should be to me. Like, I just want to drive the damn car and I want it to work. And so that one worked. So I think LZ's car was my favorite on the trip. Just because of that reason, I was really jealous because I had to work on my car and pretty much everybody else had to work on their cars except for LZ. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, the one Via was pretty sick. I don't know who was in a one Via. Nobody was in a one Via. Oh, yeah, Dustin. Dustin was. No, Dustin was in a Sylvia. What's his pop-up headlights? Man, I can't even remember. It's been so long. Being on that trip felt like I was on that trip for like 3 goddamn years. Oh, man. I'm going to have to start slinging my extra rolls here in a second. I'm just going to use paper. I'm just going to crumple paper up and just use that. Got plenty of rolls of paper. Dude, it's like you guys killed it. And Mike Devine is his media guy. For those of you that don't know, Devine on here is Adam LZ's guy that went with us on Drift Week. It was a hell of a goddamn adventure. And yes, he did. He killed it. Adam's videos have never had such high quality. So I will definitely pin that on you. You've goddamn killed it. Are you still going to be doing stuff with him now that you did all the Drift Week stuff? Because I'm sure that was like a vacation to him not to have to edit stuff. Yeah, dude. Slayed. Absolutely slayed. Gideon, I like your style. I have my rig set up over there with that stuff on it, but I am in the process of reinstalling Assetto and all my drivers and all that crap. You guys should definitely take another trip out here and or help us film Motorcycle versus Car Drift Battle 5. That would be radical. You know what I'm saying? Adam LZ already has a mustache, so he'd be a perfect shitty police officer as well. Just saying. We've talked about it. We've talked about it a little bit. Yeah, I know. I'm getting it back installed. I just cleaned this room out so I could actually have room to do the sim setup. My wife got me some VR stuff for Christmas, and I'm going to make that crap happen because that's going to be awesome. I'm super excited to get back into it. Me and Hobo and all those guys started Let's Drifting a long time ago, and it's kind of taken off. It's crazy. I haven't even been back in there, but I'd like to do it. It's going to happen soon. I agree. He needs to hire you full-time. He definitely needs to hire you full-time. Amen to that, because you're a cool dude. It was fun hanging out for 2 weeks. Even though we didn't get to talk much, our interactions were funny and heartfelt. Oh, and tell LZ I said what's up. What else? So, demo in El Paso. I wasn't going to go to this. It was for this thing called Low Style. It was a big car show. We did it last year. It was pretty fun. I was just in the Z. So we brought the big boy S13 this time, and Donovan Brockway's car was there. His brand new FD car, his 1,000 horsepower FD car, and he let somebody else drive it. And I can't remember the dude's name, but his name is Biker Skater on Instagram, and he did a really good job driving it. He drove it like I would appreciate somebody to drive my 1,000 horsepower car, even though I wouldn't let anybody drive my goddamn S13. And Forrest Wang came down as well. Plus Eugene, I can't pronounce his last name. He's also from NorCal. And then myself. I try, man. I try to be heartfelt. That's what I try to do. It's what I do. I think it holds me back in a lot of ways, but fuck it. I like to be heartfelt. But the car show, we all got out and we did one fucking demo, and Eugene ran into a lady and they canceled all of our demos for the rest of the day. Oh, so we drove all the way down. Luckily, it's only a 4.5-hour drive for me, but from NorCal, that's like a 28-hour drive or some shit like that. So those poor dudes had to drive 28 hours to do one lap. So basically my whole Formula Drift career. And Forrest was pissed because he didn't get to drive any except for the one time. He was not a happy camper. And then they had to drive like 14 hours to get here and then back. And it was kind of a bummer. It was a letdown, and there was nobody there. I was slinging Whiskey Garage, and I sold like $150 in shirts, which doesn't really help pay for much of anything. But, it was cool to see Forrest, and it was cool to meet some new people and hang out and hopefully not get coronavirus. I don't know, since it was just on Sunday. We'll find out here in 2 days, 3 days. Maybe the Irish whiskey will clean me out and I won't have to worry about it anymore. That'd be fantastic. By the way, this Writer's Tears is one of the only Irish whiskeys that I crave. It is so goddamn good. Dude, bring the Scotch at No Coast. Oh my God. As long as we're still not at the end of the world. Fuck it. If we are at the end of the world, let's go. Let's do No Coast anyway. Fuck that. We're gonna die. We're all gonna die going out in a blaze of goddamn glory. That's what I have to say about that. But yeah, let's do that. And Mike, if LZ comes out to No Coast again, you have to go with him because totally worth it. Let's get you on the mechanical bull and break your wrist like we almost broke his last year. That's what I'm talking about. Irish whiskey is the new cure. I hope it is. Because if I got it in El Paso, I'm going to be pretty bummed out. I don't want to have Corona, except for this one that's in my hand. It's the only Corona that I want to have. Oh, my God. So what else is up, everybody? What else is going on in the world? I want to know what's happening out there in all of you guys' areas. It sucks that we're all stuck inside now. They canceled my dentist appointments. I don't want somebody else's hands in my mouth right now. I guess that's probably a good thing. But everything is canceled. I was supposed to go to Mid Pond at the end of the month. The tire company that I'm working with, Cosmos, not able to get tires because the warehouse that is shipping the tires out isn't working right now. So I can't get tires, and I probably shouldn't drive halfway across the country and collect every different species of coronavirus on the way there and then give it to everybody at the event. Probably be a bad idea. Yeah, he drove one of my Z's last year and crashed into Brandon. Well, Brandon Wicknick crashed into him because that's what Brandon does. And then it broke. That's the bottom line there. So hopefully he brings one of his cars because his cars tend to run a lot longer than mine do. What's up, Dwayne? How you doing, bud? How you doing? Oh man. Okay. Let's get onto that Gideon style. That's a freaking fantastic question. It's still difficult to drink hard alcohol if you don't like the taste of hard alcohol because all Scotch whiskey is basically hard alcohol. It just has a lot more water in it than other higher percentage alcohols. I would say if you were to try a Scotch for the first time and actually want to enjoy it, you should probably buy a Glenlivet 12 year. So Glenlivet 12 year. And when you get home, you want to spritz a little bit of water at the bottom and then put a couple of cubes of ice, let it kind of swirl around a little, give it some smells, try to reminisce some memories of whatever that brings up. Then you want to take a little bit. And you actually want to hold it in your mouth for a little bit and then give it a swallow. That way it's not as, if you take a Scotch and you put it in your mouth and you swallow it right away, it's going to taste just like whiskey. But if you let it sit in your mouth and you let the actual flavors come out, it changes everything. So the older the Scotch you get, the more smooth and delicious the Scotch is going to be. Now, the Glenlivet is a Highland Scotch, so it's a very sweet, fruity Scotch. And that's why I recommend that one as a good starting Scotch for people to try. It is fantastic. There are smoky Scotches that taste like a cigar butt. There are more floral Scotches. There's all different types of flavors that you can kind of get into, but the Glen 12 is a fantastic starting point, and it's not that expensive. Whew. Wow, that was a lot. Bill, I don't know yet. Because our event isn't until next month, maybe all of this will have blown over by then. Maybe it'll be 1,000 times worse and we'll be like Italy and they'll have us on complete lockdown. So at this point, I'm kind of playing it by ear. Hey, man, me too. Still shipping GK Tech every single day since we get to do it from home. That helps since we don't have to go to an office anywhere. But, yep, we're still shipping GK Tech every single day, and that's the daily. Jura is hard to find, my man. It's I can only find it sometimes at Total Wine, and I can only find it in airports, like in the international section when you're going to duty free. And that is literally the only time I can find it anywhere. It sucks because I love it. Yeah, man, I was totally already ready to go to Mid Pond. Everything was set. Now I have no tires. So that was a bummer because they were supposed to ship the tires out to Kevin. And then they called me today and they were like, we can't ship the tires because our warehouse isn't working. So I have 0 tires. And at this point, there's no way I could order tires in time to get to anywhere. So that really sucks. Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, Jura 18 is really expensive. I think Glenlivet 12 is like $39 at Trader Joe's right now, so you can do that. Man, I love that stuff. Who else has been drinking Coronas nonstop since this happened? I saw so many goddamn Coronas. I know. I was so stoked because my car runs better than it's ever run before in its entire life. I drove 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 events in my S13 in a row, back to back to back to back to back, which is more than I did in FD ever in the S13. And I did a demo. And now I don't get to drive it much anymore because the goddamn season is such a bummer. Oh, man, that sucks. I was so stoked to drive. Like, after flipping the trailer over on the way to Austin, Texas, spending all night trying to get it bent back into shape and then driving to Amarillo and then driving all the way back home, falling asleep, waking up early in the morning, went and got an alignment and then blew the motor on the Z. I was like sick. Drift week is over. I'm done for. That's all there is to it. There's nothing I can do. And then I was like, well, I could swap a motor into the Z if I could find one, or I could try to get the FD car running and trailer it everywhere since it's on E85 and it says police all over it. And that ended up being the answer because there was less to do. We just had to remount the hydro and get the S1 sequential actually working. And when I got to Tucson and I got to drive at Indy Motorsports Ranch, I was crying. Like, Luke Fink's wife was sitting watching, like, up on top of this hill. We were coming up and drifting over this hill. And she said that I had the biggest goddamn smile on my face. She could see it through my helmet, through the window. Like, I was so fucking stoked. And then I got out after my first set of tires blown off, and I was tearing up. And Brandon got that on camera. I was literally crying with how happy I was from actually getting to drive the goddamn car for once. Yes, the Z was pushing stock horsepower, but in its defense, it had 3,000 or so hard laps. All those tire test videos were literally nonstop, back to back to back to back to back to back, barely letting it cool down. And I put a lot of laps. I traveled with that car. I did demos in El Paso. I went to events in Phoenix. I went to events in Vegas. I brought that thing with me everywhere. I did every event in New Mexico with the Z, plus Adam LZ drove it at No Coast. Like, that thing got the living piss beat out of it. And it finally just let go. Like, I don't hate on it at all. I don't wish it any bad feelings. I think it did fantastic. It just had too many laps on it, and the timing chain guides went. Apparently that's an issue with the goddamn Zs. But, it was still fun, and it still will be fun once I swap another motor into it. I got plenty of 235s to use that Cosmo sent out, but I just need to put a motor in a damn thing. I don't want to. I just want to drink Scotch and not get sick. Speaking of that, does anybody on here know if anybody that has the virus, like somebody I saw on Facebook, cousin's best friend's sister had it? And I think that's about the closest it was. Yeah, and it had laps from its prior owner, and it was just a DE. So, that's just what it is. And I beat the living shit out of it, and so did a lot of other people. Now I just need to put a new motor in it, which really sucks. But I have the S13, so all is not lost. So nobody knows anybody with Corona, huh? Nobody other than this one. See, and that's I'm probably just going to put another DE in it. DEs are like $500. It's just a pain in the ass to swap, but I'll probably change the oil on that motor and get another 3,000 laps out of it. I will be 110% happy with that power, especially now that the S13's running. Fuck, I love driving that thing. It makes me so goddamn happy. Man. So what video games is everybody playing since we're all locked down on quarantine? Tell me the video games. John, yeah, missed you. Love you. Can't wait to see you at No Coast as long as the world's not over by then. God damn it, John. Well, hopefully you've been washing your hands and shit. That's true, but if social media didn't exist, there'd just be a bunch of people dying and nobody would know why or how or when. So who knows? Assetto and FR Legends, sick. Anime's a good choice. I've been playing Borderlands 3, just started that, still a super rookie. Also been playing a lot of League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics. Oh, man. Forza Horizon 4 is a good choice as well. You should go download my car off there and download it. Somebody made a really sick version of it. Dope. our military base here has quarantined husbands from their wives. Like, the military bases said you can no longer be near your wife. You have to stay in this other area. So they test them to make sure they don't have corona. And then they put all these dudes in a barracks so that the guys don't get sick. They're not allowed to leave the base. They're not allowed to go home. They're going to live there for the next goddamn month. How shitty is that? Fuck. What the hell's OSRS? What is OSRS? Tell me, Dwayne, what is OSRS? Forza 7 drifting. Yeah? Oh, god damn it, Z31s. You motherfucker. At least it'll have a better motor in it. That's all I'm saying. Painted your room, some sprinkler lines. Oh, this fucking coronavirus shit sucks. Yeah, we do too. So the GK Tech warehouse is literally on the other side of this wall right here. And that's all we do is ship orders, which has drastically slowed down, I'll have you know. Sucks. But what is OSRS? OSRS. What is OSRS? Tell me what it is. I just said I was playing League of Legends, and it's not really League of Legends. It's League of Legends Teamfight Tactics, which is totally different. Oh, shit, RuneScape. No, you're good. You're good. Coupon code for some, I don't know if it actually works yet, but if you wanted to get some Cosmos, I think you can go to Tires Online or Online Tires. I don't remember which one it is. And just all capitals Cosmo. They work really well. Not the most amount of grip, but they last. So if you want a fun tire, they're freaking perfect for that. Like doing the demos, I was able to do at least 50% more demos than Forrest, and we had about the same horsepower. So whatever I think he was using super sticky, whatever tires he's sponsored by at this very moment, but we were all doing demos, and then all of a sudden I was the only one out there, and I was just doing demos by myself, and I did like 4 or 5 laps on my own, and then I came back into the pits, and then Forrest had already changed tires, and so he was going back out, so we both went out again. So my Cosmos had lasted all the first demo, all the demo by myself, and then a second demo with Forrest in the same session, I guess. Compared to Ironmans, I would definitely choose the Cosmos both on grip and tire wear. Unfortunately, since the Z motor is blown, I don't get to do a tire test on them. But as soon as I swap a motor into the Z, you know I will be tire testing those mofos. Yeah, Luke in the water sprayers. Plus, his track isn't really hard on tires anyway. So combined with those two things, because I went out there and I drove his wife's car, and I probably did like 40 laps on one set of tires. I wish that there was an Archerfield drift park everywhere in the United States. Like, hands down, I wish that that was the case, because that would change drifting in the United States. 110 goddamn %. Later, Dwayne. I know, and I'm going to do a Scotch and a beer soon, hopefully this weekend. I haven't had time to do so with life and coronavirus and all that BS. Washington State, man, the last time I was there was Formula D. I would love to go up to Park, though. So if I do end up going to Park, that's when I'll go up there. Who knows? I never know where the drifting gods are going to take me. So it just kind of depends. I was supposed to go on some Canada trip at the beginning of this season, but that got canceled too. So like I said, I literally never know where I'm going to be going in the drift world. It's time for another Corona, boys and girls. You know what's funny about the villains? So I did a promotional video for the villains back in the day, and I have one of those lifetime memberships in exchange for editing and doing this video. So I can go, I just haven't done so yet. I'm taking myself to Corona Town, you know what I'm saying? Whoa, almost overflowed that. And I have a little bit of scotch left. I know. I've watched every single goddamn video that they've put out, and I really, 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 really want to get up there. It's just a huck. It's like a 28-hour drive if you go straight through. So it's a large commitment on my side. But I do want to go out there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, cheers to everybody who doesn't have coronavirus. Hey, cheers to those that do. Hopefully you survive. Yeah, dude, Cosmos are already cheap. Let me see. Cosmo tire 265 35 18 is at, I thought it was at Tires Online. Ooh, they have them at Walmart. Walmart.com has these mofos 265 35 18 in stock for $69.41 goddamn cents. $69 for a 265. I mean, come on. That's insanely cheap and amazing all at the same time. I think they have a 255 as well, but you might as well just go use the 265 and just put a few more PSI of air in it. So, yeah. Yeah, that's true. You guys are really isolated up in the corner. At least we have Vegas, we have Denver, we have El Paso, we have Phoenix, we have LA. Like, we're kind of surrounded, luckily. You guys are just kind of stuck way up there in the corner and you don't have any options. I'm telling you, man, order some now. They probably won't ship because their warehouse is closed. Fuck. But order them at that price and hopefully they'll get there. I did. Strip is closed because I was going to take my car out there and do some drag stripping, but apparently I'm not going to do that either. I know. I just saw all the videos from that event that they just had. Pretty stoked on that. You know, I'm not worried about all of the young people that are into drifting, getting coronavirus and like surviving. What I'm worried about is if those people that are young and drifting and at these events get the coronavirus and then they give it to their dad or their mom or their grandma or their grandpa and all of those people die. That's not cool. So it's, man, it's a conundrum. It's like, oh, I'm going to survive. I'll just go do whatever I want. If I get sick, I get sick. But then it's like, oh, well, I'll get sick, so I just can't see any of my family for the next 3 months. If you're into that, that's fine. But yeah, that's the caveat, if you will, for the coronavirus. It kind of sucks. That is some good whiskey. Well, fucking send it then. I mean, if you're not risking anybody else's lives, then send it. Like my dad asked me to go fix his VCR today. DVD player. God, fuck, I'm old. Anyway, I was gonna go fix his DVD player, and I was like, well, no, I can't do that because I went to El Paso, and that was just on Sunday. So if I go over there and I give him that, he's gonna die. So I was like, Dad, you're gonna have to do this on your own. I'm sorry. Deal with it. Or if you have some other respiratory thing, like if you've if you get pneumonia all the time, or if you have really bad allergies, even if you have asthma, if you have all of these things, you're super at risk for dying because of this thing. Like there have been young people, like where was it? Some in Mexico. That's what it was. The soccer coach, their professional football team, and I say football meaning soccer. He just died. He was like 22 years old, but he had asthma and he had other issues with his lungs already. So the moment he got coronavirus, he just fucking died. And I don't want anybody to die. And I don't want that on my conscience. So it's like a tough thing. Like I really want to go drifting and I want to go partying and I want to go have fun and I want to go do all these events, but I also don't want to kill people because I feel really bad, you know? It's just bad jujus. I don't know. It's really, really, really shitty. This is why you don't eat bats, if that's where it actually came from. I know there's lots of conspiracy theories floating around, but it's probably just from people being stupid and eating fucking bat wings on a stick. Ugh. Idiots. Who does that? China. Corona. Question about the GK Tech bolt-on rack spacers. Put two of them on the sides, avoiding to have to recenter the steering rack. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, Jonathan, dude, I'm live. I'm talking to the people. I'm learning about Coronas. I'm drinking Coronas. I'm drinking virus. Anyway, you do have to recenter the rack because the racks are kind of offset as it is. So when you add space to both sides of the rack, it's going to have to be recentered. That's why most of the tie rod spacers we sell are actually just the one side ones, or the two little ones on the very end. You can get away with not centering it, but you're going to probably encounter bind or locking up on one side of angle or the other. So that I would say center it anyway, to the best of your ability. And if you can't, bring it to an alignment place and they'll get you dialed in. See, Scotty? I'm drinking the Coronas from El Paso. And Irish whiskey. Because it was St. Paddy's Day yesterday. Oh, everybody's Irish. Oh, fucking bath salts. So Florida. Good job, John. Oh, God damn it. Don't eat dogs. Archer's pissed. Don't do it. I don't even know what StreamYard is. What is StreamYard? Help me, Tom Cruise. I didn't even post this on Instagram. I just posted it on my Facebook. I'm fucking slacking, man. I should have done it. I didn't. I suck. I suck. Larry Edgar's talking to me about buying another S14. Crazy motherfucker. The Trader Joe's Scotch. Ow! Jesus. Scotty, this is for you, man. There's the Trader Joe's Scotch. It's even got the flavor stick in there still from the last Scotch and a beer. Just letting it soak. It's getting smoky. It didn't help me like it, but whatever. Chad. Nah. You just buy an E46. Oh, wait, you already did? Oh! When's that thing going to be done so you can ship it out here and we can just have private drift days and drink Coronas? Because that's what life is all about. Oh, man. Oh. I can't stream multiple people into anything, dude. That's the life. 3 weeks isn't bad. There was one point in my life where I didn't get to drive my goddamn car for like 4 or 5 months, and it made me so sad. So 3 weeks, dialed. You're good. So are you doing turbo or are you not doing turbo, Chad? That is the question. That is the question. StreamYard. I'm streaming near my yard. My yard is there, yonder. What dirt track? You have a dirt track? Why haven't I been invited out to this dirt track? God damn it, Chad. Don't play with my emotions like this, man. Now I'm going to have to pour some more whiskey. Writer's tears. I don't have much of this left, and I want to save some for when my dad comes over. After I don't give him coronavirus. God damn it, Chad. Fucking on my way. Son of a bitch. I have 1 acre and I can't drift shit because it would just throw rocks all over everything. Let's do this. But if you make me try to ride a horse, we're going to have some problems. Because I will get kicked in the jaw and or the horse will bite me or knee me in the balls. Do horses knee people? I don't know if horses knee people or not. Oh, watching Ernie ride that horse when we were doing that thing for you was the best day that I've ever had. How do you get this thing out of reverse? Oh, that was so good. God damn it. I'm so glad that wasn't me. Scotty, you're a strong, independent animal. Holy shit. Man. Scotch and a beer. Coronas. Sucks. Oh. You DM'd me. Did you slide into my DMs? On Facebook or what? I don't see you on Facebook sliding into any DMs. Oh, man. Dude, if I would have had to climb on that goddamn horse, that shit would have taken off down the desert with me like dragging by 1 foot. You'd have been like, stunts! And I would have been dead because I would have hit a cactus and a rock immediately after that. So I think that Ernie was a very wise decision that day. I've literally never been on a horse, Chad. I've never. That was where I was near Ernie. Was the closest I've even been to a horse. Whew. Papa Dash, what's up? Just hanging out, talking about Coronas, drinking Coronas. Just hoping you guys will come back out to New Mexico so we can hang out again because you guys are awesome. Man. It's been slow. They canceled all the filming here, so it's just like, now we just stay at home even more. Wonderful. Oh, Michaela loves horses. Dude, Ernie was so good. He's in Mexico right now doing something. But yeah, they put him on a horse and it was really funny. Oh, man. Giddy out. Giddy up. You can't giddy up hard enough, Scotty. You can only giddy up so hard. Archer Archer just wants to herd the horses. He doesn't actually want to be near the horses other than just run them around. Yeah, man. Oh, God. Nothing like half your income just flying out the goddamn window. And now we're not hardly shipping any orders for GK Tech. So they're, I guess 100% of the income is gone. That's cool. Nobody needs income anyway. Just needs Scotch and Coronas. Oh, dude, the streets are empty right now. Not even the cops want to get goddamn coronavirus, so fucking send it. And even if they do, just be like, dude, I'm infected. They'll probably leave you alone. This is the stupidest thing I've ever said. Oh, I'm not condoning street drifting, but that'd be pretty funny. Oh, God, dude. Should I hire connections with an X? California, oh, take your dude back. I can't even with that guy. I would have literally rather given any of you 10 grand. Double rye is not bad. Dude, Chad, a guy sent me this. So this guy was driving through town and he bought an Audi R8 and he was driving back through and he stayed at my house and then he sent me this fancy ass whiskey. Look at that thing. It's a bourbon and it's definitely one of the best bourbons that I've ever had. It's the Willet Kentucky Straight. I don't know. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, and it comes in this rad bottle. I know. That's what I'm saying. This thing looks dialed. It's not as good as these here writer's tears because I do love consuming people's sadness. But this wasn't bad. This is not a bad thing. Do I have my mask? I think I have a mask. I'm pretty sure these are pink. We got these when we were in Japan, just because that's what you do. See, it's got Japanese writing all over it. Can't really tell. That could be a bong. You could totally turn that whiskey into a bong. Oh, God, I just threw my thing off my face. Things are happening. This doesn't fit around my ear. Okay, now everybody's safe. I don't even know why I need this because I'm not listening to anything. Oh. Well, now I feel safe. This is genuine JDM, by the way. I just wasted this for the sake of the stream. And now you can't even... Oh, that didn't work at all. So I have a 29-year-old Scotch. I can't remember the exact name of it, but that is my favorite Scotch that I've ever done on Scotch and a Beer. And I think I did that one when I became Officer Dan. I think. I can't remember, actually. But it was delicious. Highly recommended. I hope I can reuse this. I probably could have sold this goddamn thing in the sealed package for like $300 on eBay right now. I'm an idiot for using it. It's called a 50? Fitty. It's fitty and it's slightly pink. You can't really tell. It's meant for girls because these were for Michaela because she was sick. This was like 2 years ago when we went to Japan. But now I'm using it and I feel like a complete dickhead. And that's fine. Everything is fine. Ooh, genuine, hopefully not corona virus, but definitely I spilled corona already on it. But, it's whatever. Still got the Irish whiskey going, drinking writer's tears. I do love this. I will drink a writer's tears all day long. That is all I'm saying. And if somebody wants to put this or wants to buy this, I'll put it up on eBay later. Kind of look like Optimus Prime stoking me out right now. Just going to leave that sucker on. Trying not to get myself sick. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit. Anyway. Oh, God. I should probably call this. I've already been doing it for a goddamn hour. Mask is off. I'll finish this Corona and I'll finish the Scotch, and then we'll call it. I hope that everybody is enjoying the time off. I hope that nobody is super stressed out. I really hope that everybody's going to be okay. I hope this isn't a big deal. I hope it passes. And I hope we get to get back on with our goddamn lives so we can go drift some stupid cars around some stupid racetracks and have some fucking fun again. I'm tired of sitting in my house doing nothing. How much did you get, Scotty? Like, hopefully $182. I mean, that's all we can ask for. We just want to do cool shit with our friends. That's what we've been doing for the last goddamn decade. If they cancel No Coast, I'm going to be the saddest goddamn panda in the world. That's all I'm saying. But that's not until September, so I am not worried about it. High quality, double stringed with the tooth scraper. Damn, that's advanced AF. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. And I have been live for an hour now. Hour and 2 minutes, almost, and 3. Finishing this. I'm hemorrhaging subscribers. I have ingested 2 full bottles of Corona. I am surely to have the virus, but that's okay because I have a mask. I have had almost the rest of my writer's tears. There's a tiny little bit left, which I will be consuming now. Oh, that is delicious. Oh, that is delicious. Yeah, that's true. We'll see. Previously breathed in by Officer Dan. 2%. What's up? If I drink 10 of these, there's a 30% chance I will die. So I only have 6. What are the odds? God. I suck at life. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this stream. Hopefully I will have a Scotch and a beer up by Sunday because I don't have to actually travel anywhere because we can't travel anywhere. I should probably do 2 of the goddamn things. So I have 2 for next week, but who knows? No, but I do have some cookies that I will be partaking of shortly. Took a trip to Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Delicious. All right, guys. Thank you. Love you all. Everybody stay safe. Stay Corona free. Look for this mask on eBay. Drink all the goddamn Coronas you can because fuck that. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'll sit down out. I know, me too. Eventually I will be back on my schedule. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.